Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and here's another thing from Lockdown Movies. Another wonderful installment, and let's just tell you, maybe we'll all be stop using the word thing and everything else here. But due to the fact that we're locked down with COVID, locked down because of riots, locked down because of whatever it is, or else we're just locked down into the best genres out there. Let's all delve into the new movie that's up for everybody right now. And I'll be honest, before I got locked down here, I was out there with the little niece and two nephews and the grandparents. It was wonderful. I got to tag along, and they wanted me to see for the new year with them. Maybe you should say it's more like Christmas or something. But they had the fake sparkling grape juice, whatever it is from Welch's. And it was about, I think, the 27th or the 26th, right after Christmas. And they had the Croods out. So we all went to go see the Croods. Had the whole movie theater to ourselves, everything else. And honestly, I wasn't too impressed with the previews or anything else. I was like, well, I generally like kid movies. Really love them. Thought that there was just, I don't know, something that was too stereotypical, something else out there, and a bunch of ways to just probably make some bad jokes off of it. I was wrong. The Croods was absolutely excellent with all the characters in it. There was just enough hilariousness off of the two sides of everything to see exactly how there wasn't ever really something where one stereotypical group was going to be looked at as the bully or something else like that. There was lots of jokes back and forth between parenting styles and everything else. And this was the Croods too, which was even more surprising to me because it was a sequel. And the fact that it was a sequel really did make a lot of sense to me, just in the simple fact that you did not need to see the first one to pick up and go right along with it. It quickly brought you in back up to speed with anything that was really relevant from the first movie on through the entire movie and connected it seamlessly, and even made me want to go back and see some of the original one. I actually did. I actually wanted to see the original one. And I will say the love story that was there and how parents want to try and put people together and it doesn't really work for them and everything else. I can see exactly how my cousins out there on wherever it is would say that their parents were completely just like the Croods. I can see where they've called me back and forth the main young heartthrobs character person, not because of the looks probably, but because I just really don't fit in anywhere. And I can see all the wonderful things out there with the similes of teenagers getting to drive the car, sneaking out with it, some of the things out there with it, forgiveness in the family, meeting new neighbors, finding out new ways to live with people, not being so much of a person who's destroyed whatever it is that's out there for resources for others, and has an overwhelming worldly exception off of everything. Even encourages, even if it's painful, bilingualism with punch monkey language. Now, it is a little bit strange and different simply because they go through the different kind of bullyings that super technologically geeky people can do, and then some of the things that I guess you should say super strong people can do back and forth through it, but it never really materializes and everything. And it is very wonderful, and they show kind of like the two different ways that both can survive and go with it and do everything in life and work together. And then also, everybody respects everybody's rights to do whatever they want to, which is very different since it's basically trying to figure out who they can marry. The guess the main character of the story off to whose girl, and they already have kind of this thing worked out already ahead of time. Now, in going with that and everything else, while it's very complicated and that's more the adult humor, the whole situation with how it has the welcoming thing of basically almost the opposite of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but yet at the same thing in a kind of running joke of food in the area and it all being fruits and vegetables and all the different weird combinational animals and how it's just a beautiful, even animated scenery with so much in the background. So much of it is so visually in your face, but still able to come back to the main characters and keep it very, very calm and collected and upbeat. And I have to say, I'd recommend this in every way for a family movie. And if you haven't seen the first Croods, you don't need to. And if you need to see it, the first one, I think the second one would make you want to see the first one, and you wouldn't be lost for anything, and it would still be just as magical seeing each one. It was a fun experience with the family, going to the movie, let you talk about all sorts of things, and just the different technological inventions that they came up with throughout it. It's just mind-blowingly funny, great for the child's imagination and everything else. And the adult humor, while it's not wasted on the adults, is just outside of what the kids would really notice, and I don't think would lead to any bad situations off of it. It is a very good, well voice acted and drawn and animated movie. And I have to say, however it is, I'd give it the seal of approval. Colin Dawson, Lockdown Movies. Like and subscribe.